All right, here we go. Welcome everybody to our crypto launch webinar. We are very excited to have you with us. My name is Chad Garner, VP of Sales here at Wealth Generators, and coming to you live from our corporate headquarters here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Really excited. We say that a lot, guys. We are so excited to be sharing this information with you today. In fact, normally on these webinars, we have a whole agenda and things like that we go through, but we're going to just jump right into this thing really quickly. First of all, Wealth Generators, as we've said many times, our mission is to improve the financial futures of people all over the world. We want to improve people's financial fitness, and so crypto fits that model perfectly. It's our newest Grow product, one of our products that helps you put your money to work in the market, and it's very unique. It's something that we we obviously have forex products and equities products, and this is our very first digital currency product that we are rolling out here today. So really excited to be branching out and expanding our horizons in that regard. So what is it? What the heck is crypto? I mean, some of you have gotten on this webinar and you know all about digital currencies, cryptocurrencies. You know a lot about this whole thing, but a lot of us were actually still fairly new to this. This is actually very new to most people. Crypto is a digital currency product, and it allows people to be a part of mining cryptocurrencies. So what we're going to do today as we go through this presentation is we're going to lay a foundation of what this all means. It's really impossible to have a discussion about cryptocurrency mining without first understanding what digital currencies are and what cryptocurrencies are, and understanding what the blockchain is and some of this information. What is important to understand, though, is Wealth Generators has partnered with experts in the field of cryptocurrency mining, and we have also invested in cryptocurrency mining equipment. And as a result, we are here sharing with you today what that means for you as one of our customers, one of our potential customers, or even one of our distributors that helps us distribute our products throughout the world. So that's kind of laying the foundation. So let's talk first of all about what is digital currency. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a means of payment that exists purely in electronic form, not tangible like dollar bills or coins, and it's accounted for and transferred using. Yeah, I did. Sorry, we just had Joe Martinez, who's running the Spanish webinar, just came in and clarified, made sure that I had let everybody know. Again, I'll make that announcement one more time. The Spanish version of this webinar is going to be starting right now, and the link is in the chat. So if you go to the chat tab, you'll see a link to the Zoom webinar where you can get this all in Spanish. So there you go. Okay, so anyway, digital currencies are accounted for and transferred using computers. This is all tracked electronically and digitally, and so many of you have probably heard of digital currency. Cryptocurrency, however, is something that might be new to people. So cryptocurrency actually is a digital currency, and what makes it really unique is it's extremely difficult to counterfeit. It's not issued by any central authority or government, for that matter, and therefore it's less susceptible to interference or manipulation. And here's, again, what we talked about earlier, laying this foundation. Cryptocurrency uses blockchain to store the details of the transactions. And most everybody has heard at this point of Bitcoin, which is the most well-known cryptocurrency in the marketplace. All right, so blockchain. Let's understand what blockchain is. We've tried to really simplify it here. Blockchain is a digitized public ledger of all the recent cryptocurrency transactions that are called blocks. And these blocks are linked and secured using cryptography. So that's really kind of the thing that makes blockchain so powerful and so unique, is that this blockchain can track all of these transactions that are happening and does it in real time and has all this security around it because of this cryptography. It allows market participants to keep track of their transactions without central record keeping like banks and whatnot. So the future, because of all these unique benefits, many people believe that cryptocurrencies will ultimately replace fiat currencies or traditional currencies in the very near future. People all over the world are investing in or purchasing cryptocurrency coins because of this belief, and because that there is this concept that this could actually be a better way for everybody. So what is cryptocurrency mining? Cryptocurrencies are digitally mined rather than produced by a government, like we've said, And mining cryptocurrency is the act of participating in a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency network to solve complex mathematical sequences or problems digitally. Ultimately, it's computers that are working on a network that are solving these complex mathematical problems. Like Ryan always says, they're solving these Sudoku puzzles, and once they do, then the currency is awarded. There's basically two key functions. Number one, adding, securing, and verifying all the transactions to the blockchain. And then number two is releasing or producing the new currency. So that's, again, in a nutshell, what cryptocurrency is. All right, sorry, one more thing. Cryptocurrency miners, so how do they do it? How does it work? They use special hardware and mining software to solve each mathematical sequence, and they're rewarded for doing so. Hash rate, this is an important term that everybody should get familiar with. Hash rate is the speed at which the computing takes place, and a higher hash rate or more hashing power is better as it increases the opportunity of finding the next block and receiving the reward. So mining is all about having great equipment and having a powerful or a high hash rate so that you can get the problem solved faster and more effectively. Okay, so that's the foundation, right? That's really kind of understanding about what this cryptocurrency mining is all about. So the question is then, how can you capitalize on this? Well, Wealth Generators has invested in the state-of-the-art cryptocurrency mining equipment in Hong Kong and Iceland. Cryptocurrency mining equipment lease contracts are now available to crypto customers. So this is what's really important for everybody to understand. These are lease contracts that you are now going to be able to have access to because of this investment of Wealth Generators into cryptocurrency mining. You're not buying the equipment, you're leasing the equipment. And that's an important distinction. You're leasing the equipment, and the contracts provide 1,200 days of cryptocurrency mining. So what does crypto mine? So what will Wealth Generators be mining? What currencies? Well, first of all, we use a proprietary algorithm to determine the most profitable cryptocurrencies to mine at any given time. So this is really, really important for everybody to understand. It's not that we are just choosing a currency and saying, hey, this one looks like that we're gonna, kind of put our flag in that currency and mine, and figure it out. No, we have an algorithm that will allow us to shift and to pivot and to mine whatever currency is the most profitable to mine at any given time. That's a really unique distinction with our product. And it really diversifies what's being mined so that you're not tied to any one currency, because obviously, we don't know what the future holds, and there can be ebbs and flows in the difficulty of the currency being mined and the value of that currency on the market. So really cool distinction and really awesome differentiator of crypto. The cryptocurrencies that are currently being mined through the platform are Ethereum, Dash, Monero, and Ethereum Classic. But again, others can be added at any given time thanks to our algorithm that we've developed. Okay, so the equipment, this is another really important piece to the whole equation. Because Wealth Generators owns its own mining equipment, and we've invested in top quality equipment, the crypto lease contracts provide some of the most competitive hashing rates in the industry. And so let's talk about the equipment. The mining spec, the equipment mining specs for crypto are AMD RX GPUs, which are graphics processing units, or NVIDIA P106 1060 GPUs. So top of the line, those of you that are kind of hearing about some of this stuff for the first time, don't worry. All that means is this is really top of the line mining equipment that we have invested in and that the lease contracts are covered with. And then the key thing here is the lease contracts include all the hardware and maintenance, so that's ongoing for the full 1,200 days, and all the energy costs. A key piece of this whole mining process is these graphics processing units. They're running all day, all night, and they're running at very high heat, and so there's cooling involved and keeping the equipment at the right temperatures and optimal temperatures. And so a lot of energy costs and on all these things go into it, and so that's really what is basically being covered in the leases. All right, so let's get down to business. Let's now talk about pricing. This is really where people are all of you that are tuned in. This is what we came to kind of find out. How are these leasing contracts going to work? What are they going to cost? So let's jump in real quick. So here's our table that really lays out each of the different lease contracts. So you can see there along the top each of the columns, the header of each column, you can see that the name of the lease contract, the contract price, the hashing rates or the mega hash per second, and then what you're going to receive in the first month's PV, the PV that you'll receive after or that you'll generate after the first month, total PV, and then the crypto points that are associated with each of the leases. Now we're going to talk a lot about these crypto points. It's, in my opinion, the very most exciting part of this new program. So we'll talk a lot about that. But before we do, let's just kind of look at a couple of these real quick. So let's take the business lease contract to start with. That's the second row right there in that kind of lighter blue. So the contract price is $999.99, right? $1,000. Your hashing rate is going to range from 22 to 30, and again, that all depends on the different things going on, you know, with the currency being mined and the state of the equipment and all those things. So it does vary just a little bit. There's a little bit of a range there. So the first month's PV for that contract is $200, and after that, there's no PV awarded. That's basically all front loaded. So your total PV on that contract is $200. But that generates 2 crypto points. So again, keep in mind, we're going to talk about that. Now let's look at the Premier. The Premier contract, $5,000, hashing rates between 120 and 150 mega hash per second, 600 PV in the first month. So nice little pop, lots of PV up front. But then in months 2 through 8, there's also 100 PV rewarded for the Premier lease contract. So really cool, kind of keeps you you know, engaged for those 8 months, or the customer engaged with from a PV standpoint, but also has a nice pop in the first month. So a total PV of 1,300 and generates 6 crypto points. So before I jump into the crypto point program, I'm gonna jump over to this next page. We're gonna talk about some of the logistics around how this all works. So first of all, there's a one-time $99.99 setup fee for each contract. Okay, now this is the key thing here. That is per contract, meaning if you start off on the generator lease contract and decide you want to move to the Premier, then each time that you set up a new lease, that would be $100. However, here's the really exciting part. For a limited time on a promotional basis, Wealth Generators is not going to collect the $99 setup fee per contract. Right now, the way it's set up is the $99 will be a one-time setup fee, and then you can go in and you can purchase as many of the lease contracts as you'd like, but that is on a limited time basis. So it's important to note that will not be the norm as we move forward. But again, we don't even have a time frame for it. But for a promotional and to really get people excited on this product, it's a one-time $99 setup fee or one time, and you can buy as many contracts with that as you'd like. After the lease contracts are executed, once they're signed and everything is executed, the mining will begin within 10 business days. And the mining returns are paid in Ethereum directly to your digital wallet. So this is a really important piece. You've got to have a digital wallet that accepts Ethereum. And so be aware of that. Crypto contracts are currently only available for purchase with Bitcoin. So there's no credit card payments, no safety pay payments. All payments for Bitcoin will be through Bitcoin. So as you're setting up your wallet, it's obviously you're going to want a wallet that allows you to both have Bitcoin to be able to pay for your contract, and then Ethereum to receive your returns. Now, it's not here on the page, but I'm going to share this with you. We've had a couple of test users that have been using our product. Obviously, we want to kind of test all these things out, and they are receiving daily mining returns. The beauty of this thing is for the 12 days. The expectation can be that you'll receive daily mining returns. So that's super exciting. All right, so let's talk about the Crypto Points program. To me, like I said, this is where crypto really separates itself from anything else we have, where it just absolutely is awesome. So here we go. This first of all, those that elect to share crypto with others can earn crypto points for each lease contract that they sell. So that's pretty awesome, right? The crypto points, per contract were listed in the table above, as you saw. And here's the thing: for every 18 crypto points earned, Wealth Generators will award 1 free generator lease contract. That's the first row. That's the smallest of the different leases. That's